There are so many great reasons why you might choose to wear a perfume. To add a little flair, to fall into a dream, to inspire desire. So many great reasons to spritz on a fragrance, but usually to smell like pizza is not one of them, which is why the new Pizza Hut perfume, which is called Eau de Pizza Hut, is making international headlines, and this should make international headlines. I have a box of the stuff right here. Contrary to appearances, this box does not contain what you might think would be a little tiny pizza, but it does contain a little tiny bottle of Eau de Pizza Hut. Posh. Look at that fake red velvet. I'm not going to tell you how I got my hands on this, but there was a little bit of intercontinental espionage. Now, the reason why this thing even exists is because the Canadian branch of the pizza chain issued a little question on their Facebook page, which was, hey, how much do you guys like the smell of a freshly opened box of Pizza Hut pizza? And apparently a lot, as it turned out, because they ended up turning the smell of a freshly opened box of Pizza Hut pizza into Eau de Pizza Hut. Eau de Pizza Hut is billed as having top notes of freshly hand-tossed dough. I will say that the top notes are somewhat doughy. Oh my goodness, I just sprayed some on. I'm going to spray some more on because you just can't get enough of this crazy stuff. Yes, it's a little salty, doughy, but really what it is, even more, is the smell of feet. It's a smell of cinnamon, baby powder, and feet. And I don't know if the feet thing is kind of a combination of dough and salty cheese accords, if such a thing can be considered accords. But it's everybody that I've had smell this immediately recoils in disgust. And I think it's because of the cognitive dissonance of not expecting something that smells foody and indeed physical and slightly unhygienic to come out of something that looks like a perfume bottle. And this is all to say, I love it. I think it's great. It's so weird. It's kind of comforting, and it's certainly unexpected. The most interesting that it ever is right when you first spray it on, like the first 5 or 10 minutes. That's when it's crazy. And then, just going in for another smell. And then it starts to lose the the feediness of it, and it starts to smell just more like baby powder and cinnamon. And then it gets a little nutty again, and I don't mean nutty in the almond joy sense. I mean nutty in the bonkers sense of the word, because after about 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes, it begins to smell like the empty cardboard box without the posh fake red velvet inside, of course. It starts to just smell like the lonely box after you've eaten all the pizza out of it. So it's a little cardboardy, vanilla-y. It's bonkers. Some of you fast food / fume heads might remember that about 4 or 5 years ago, actually right when I launched Katie Puckrik Smells, Burger King came out with a perfume called Flame, and that was one of the very first perfume reviews that I did on Katie Puckrik Smells. And that was a similar kind of deal where they were cashing in on the smell of their product. In this case, it was supposed to be the smell of seduction with a hint of flame-broiled meat. Well, Flame by Burger King did not deliver on the hint of flame-broiled meat. It possibly was the scent of seduction. It was very nice. It smelled of spices and woods. It smelled a little bit like a niche masculine fragrance. Quite plausible. But it didn't really smell like something that you would eat, and it certainly didn't smell like feet, not like Eau de Pizza Hut. And I'd say that Pizza Hut wins in the very limited genre of fast food niche fragrances, because it does have that delightful twist your melon man cognitive dissonance aspect. So some might say that Eau de Pizza Hut is a little bit of a crass marketing ploy, but I like to think of it as conceptual art. Fun! I'm Katie Puckrik, and I smell.